In this video, we're going to talk about a patient that has been on ECMO and starts desaturating. And you're trying to troubleshoot to figure out why this patient is desaturating. So number one thing you need to do when a patient desats very acutely is to make sure there is no kink in your line, because you want to make sure you're delivering the oxygen into the oxygenator. The second thing you need to rule out is oxygenator failure, because that's the first thing that comes to everybody's mind. Is my oxygenator is failing or not? What value do you look for? Your delta P is a good indication if your oxygenator is failing or not. If your delta P has not doubled or has not gone over 45, that's a good indication that this is working fine and you have to look into other issues. If the delta P is normal and it has not gone up, then I would look for the patient to solve the issue. On VV patients, has the cardiac output gone up and your ratio and your flow in exchange is much less than what you thought it is? Are we recirculating on VV patients, meaning that whatever we're putting into the patient, we're pulling back in? Your mixed venous is a good indication if you're doing that or not. If this value goes up, the patient is deciding, you're probably recirculating that blood. On VA patients, is the cardiac output of the patient slowly going up? And maybe the blood that you're drawing off of the A line is the blood that the heart is pumping out and it's competing with your ECMO. In those scenarios, best thing you can do is to increase your vent settings so that blood that's pumped through the heart is getting oxygenated. Other issues that you might have is condensation in your oxygenator. In order to resolve that or to know if that's the reason, I would recommend burping the oxygenator. And what that means is that I'm going to increase my sweep all the way up to 10 liters for just a few seconds, and then you drop it down. What that does is increases the flow to the oxygenator and just releases all that condensation so you can do a much better oxygenation in the oxygenator. For the oxygenator failure, if your delta P is going up over 45 and you know for sure something is going on within there, I would always recommend doing an arterial blood gas. That will tell us how much time we have. If those values are over 200, we have time and we can wait. Maybe if you're 3 o'clock in the middle of the night, wait till morning till the staff gets there for a change. If it's less than 200, call us immediately and the physician and start priming a whole new circuit.